going on, people? Oh my goodness, we have to talk about this video. My experiences as the ugly fat friend. I I was not expecting that video to receive so much attention like it did. I was really shocked. Well, first of all, let me talk about why I decided to post that video anyway. Self-esteem is something I'm very passionate about, because it's something I struggled with my whole life. And I still not all the way there when it comes to self-esteem, but I'm in a much better place. So because I know what I needed when I was going through my self-esteem situations and my depression and all that other stuff, I try to be that person for people. And one way you could be that person is by telling your story, just being transparent about what you went through and what you're probably still going through. That's one way to be transparent. That's one way to help others. And I didn't have that. I didn't have anybody around me that was saying, hey, I used to feel this way. I used to feel that way. And I know how much it would have helped me. So that's why I talk about it a lot. I used to talk about it, on Twitter. I used to talk about it all the time when I had my old Twitter. I used to talk about it all the time because, one, that's just what was on my heart, and two, I just always thought I was going to help somebody, right? So, but I kind of stopped talking about it as much because I did not want to come across as somebody constantly fishing for compliments or constantly looking for somebody to tell me that I'm pretty or I look good or whatever. Like, I didn't want that to be how I came across every time I'm talking to somebody. So, I kind of calmed down with it. But once I got back into trying to do the YouTube thing again, it just was on my heart. It was on my mind. And I was like, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about these experiences and things. And at the time, I definitely did not even have 50 subscribers at the time. I just was like, I'm going to post it, just to post it. I don't have a niche for this channel. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. If you notice, I still kind of don't have a niche. Like, I got some idea of what I want to do with this channel, but I'm still not 100%. So I just was like, all right, post a video. And then, got a couple views in the beginning, yada, yada, yada. But y'all, that was 2020. Last year, it hit about 1,000 views. I was like, oh my gosh, 1,000 views. Whoa. It got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm about to put the video on private. I'm like, this is too much attention because, I was very transparent and vulnerable in that video. And you know how, like, you ever been in a situation where you like overshared with somebody and then like you kind of regretted it not too long afterwards, like, dang, I definitely said too much. Or I definitely gave too much information. That's how I started to feel about that video. I was like, I think I probably said too much here. Let me just take it down. Maybe I'll still do the same topic, but kind of like water it down a little bit. But then the other part of me was like, it's only 1,000 views. Who cares? In this huge YouTube world, you got a video that got 1,000 views. No big deal. But y'all, next thing you know, it started more and more and more and more views and more views and more views. And then along with the views came the comments. And everybody just sharing their own experiences. And everybody just, I was overwhelmed. I wasn't prepared for that. I was like, what? And it just shows that there are really a lot of people out there who struggle with their looks, with their self-esteem, with just all the above, just their overall person. A lot of people have struggles with that. And then it's like, a lot of that had to do with the media, our family, our friends, our environment that play a part in how we feel about ourselves. Yes, it's called self-esteem, but it is a reflection. It can be, let me say this, it can be a reflection of what everybody else around you feels about you, so, I mean, y'all, this isn't scripted. I'm just talking. I'm just like reacting to the reactions to my video. And I was really blown away. I got a lot of subscribers on that video. Over 300 people subscribed to me because of that video. And I tried my best to read the comments, and actually no, I read every single comment and I responded to majority of them, but it got to a point where I couldn't keep up anymore. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't keep up with all these comments, responding to every single one of these comments. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to just one word answer people. Like, I want to give you a nice thorough response and, acknowledge all parts of your comment, whatever you said. I want to make sure I respond to every little thing. And so I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I can't give a response to every single comment. And then also the second reason why I kind of slowed down with the comments was because a lot of stuff that people were saying were very, like, I felt unqualified to respond because I was like, yo, like, I don't know what to say. It was a lot of wild stuff people were saying about, what they went through and growing up and things like that. I was like, I don't feel like I'm qualified to respond to this. This is something that you really need a mental health professional for. So I'd rather not say anything, I'd rather not. So yeah, that's what I was experiencing with this video. I mean, thank you for sharing your stories. And I used to watch a lot of talk shows growing up, and I know that people will come up there and tell these like super personal stories, just all these stories about abuse and things that happened to them in their childhood and all this other stuff. And then they would ask them, what made you come to the show today to share something like this? People are going to see this. What made you say this? And then the people are like, I just want to help somebody else. I just want somebody else to know what happened with me. It could help somebody else. And one way to deal with your pain, no lie, it sounds corny as heck, but one way to deal with your pain is to help somebody else with theirs. Seriously. It's so therapeutic to step outside of what you've been through or what you've gone through, or, and just say, you know what? Yes, I went through this. It sucked. I hated it. But you know what? I want to help somebody else who's going through that. And it's something about it. It just like the scriptures say, there's more, oh my gosh, not pleasure, but it's more rewarding to give than to receive. I can't think of the exact wording, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So y'all, I appreciate the feedback on the video. And another thing I want to mention is, I know a lot of people were saying, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Like, what are you talking about? I think y'all, first of all, lighting, makeup, angles do a lot to enhance a person's looks. So, at that time I was in a vanity, I was living somewhere else and I had a nice vanity mirror. Lighting was fire. Okay. As you can tell, the lighting has changed in my videos because I don't live in the same place. I don't have that same vanity, but my face is still my face. Right. But I thank you guys for that. And one thing I want to make clear is self-esteem is not always about looks. So do not be misled. Don't think just because somebody's attractive that they feel all that great about themselves. You find someone attractive. And, attractiveness is subjective, right? So it depends on where you live. It depends on who you're around, your environment, that's what it is. And growing up, my family's from Haiti. I have very strong African features. That wasn't considered attractive when I was growing up. That wasn't considered pretty. So I always felt like, oh my gosh, I'm not cute, but the girls that were a little less African than me, looked a little less African than I did, they were the ones that were considered pretty. So I dealt with self-hate. I dealt with not liking my complexion, not liking my features, not liking my hair. It was hard. And there's still kids who go through that till this day. So, I feel like, okay, I want to talk about it because I can help somebody. I can help the kids, as a teacher, especially, I can help the kids in that area. All of that. I'm sure every single person has a story about self-esteem in regards to just their looks and also their whole person that they can share. But like I said, I just wanted to address that. I was like, I could not let that slide. I know I've posted other videos since then. I'm still working on trying to get a niche. I'm still, this channel is still under construction. I got a banner up there, took a banner down, put another one. There's a lot of construction. I'm still trying to figure out this page, but I do know ultimately I want to help people. I want to inspire people to be their best selves. I want to, not so much as a life coach, but just put a word out there to help somebody, encourage somebody. That's what I do with my kids at work. Them kids know. Miss Pierre gonna give you a word today, okay? But I didn't want to ignore, what took place, when that video was like really in heavy rotation. It's slowed down now, but I still wanted to address it. So yes, thank you for subscribing to the channel, y'all. I'm working on it. You know, I'm one person. I'm a full-time teacher. I'm a full-time caregiver, and some days I just need rest. And you know, but I want to be more consistent. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.